peeps. So yeah, it's been a little while since I've done a video. It's took me a little while to get all the footage out from the official Animal Rights March in London. So maybe I should talk a little bit about that. Wow, it was literally like the most amazing experience of my life. Like, I felt like it was my true calling, and just being there like amongst all the other vegans and just such amazing positive energy, and it felt great just shouting out all these different messages and seeing all the amazing signs and messages. There's so much positive messages getting put out there basically, and making a stand, showing that we're here, we're the revolution, and it is happening, and you know, we will achieve animal liberation because we're all determined, and we're not going to give up, and we're fighting every day to, you know, to get the truth out there more so more people can make their own decisions. And it's just logical to become vegan basically. It's logical, sensible, compassionate thing to do. So it's just finding those right facts or figures that, or heart feels that it's going to reach whatever person individually. You know, we're deeply ingrained with all of these crazy belief systems, like since birth. So yeah, no wonder it's going to take a little while to break through some of those crazy thoughts and belief patterns. So yeah, sorry, I've been quite tired since the march. It did take it out of me a lot. I've been really busy recently, and I should be pacing more because I do have fibromyalgia. I'm meant to pace myself a lot more. But it's something that I really wanted to do, and I'm glad I did do. And even though I'm a little bit run down now, I will recover. You know, it's nothing compared to what these animals are going through every single day. It's relentless. Every second, animals are dying. Right now, animals are dying. Right now, animals are dying. More animals are dying. Like, this is a mass murder, Holocaust craziness that is going on, that is normalised, that people laugh about. And we can't ignore these things that are going on. I used to get really angry and upset, and I'm still angry and upset, but now I'm finding better ways to channel that, and also finding it easier to just let go. You know, when people are trying to antagonize you and build you up and push your buttons, or just be clever about these things, you know, trying to be funny or whatever, I'm finding it a lot easier to just let go. And after going to the camp out and the Animal Rights March, it's really reinforced and helped me realise that, you know, veganism is strong. We're a movement that is strong, and, you know, we're growing every day, and there's so many people on board, and just seeing all these different types of people that you maybe wouldn't even suspect were vegan anyway, that gives me hope, because anyone can be vegan, everyone can be vegan. It's easy, it's happening, and yeah, it's just like putting extra fuel inside me to just not give up and not lose hope, and yeah, really brilliant. So yeah, check out my camp out video, and check out my Animal Rights March video to see what I got up to. You know, I kind of do more of a like documentary or documenting style, where I just film bits and chuck it together basically of what I saw. Mostly just actually living my life most of the time. And yeah, I just like to keep things raw and simple rather than trying to put a spin on things. You can just see what I saw as I saw it, if that makes sense, yeah. Oh, sorry, I've got a bit of a sore throat. So yeah, another thing I learned was at the camp out, and and at the march was more reinforcing more, which I've always believed in, of smashing capitalism and stepping away from capitalism. Like, veganism is really about that. And because animal agriculture is really linked in with a lot of these big corporate companies. So, like what Unoffensive Animal mentioned in their talk at the march, was saying about how Unilever are one of the biggest culprits for vivisection, you know, and now they're profiting off of vegans with their vegan ice cream, Ben & Jerry's, which is actually really crap ice cream. 1, it's overpriced. 2, it's full of synthetic shit. 3, it just doesn't really taste that good. You can make better ice cream yourself out of bananas, cheaper, better for you. Also, or if you feel like treating yourself and can't be bothered to do that, Booja Booja is the best ice cream. Yeah. It's not, you know, I think it's like organic and it's got no like refined sugars in. They use like coconut syrup or like things like that, and they normally only have 4 or 5 ingredients, no more than 7 ingredients in one of them. And their flavours are just beautiful, delectable, gorgeousness that hits the spot. They were at Camp Out also. I was very happy about that. My favourite ice cream. Yeah. Chocolate and salted caramel in one flavour. Oh yes, and the pecan one. Oh my god. So yeah, so good. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted by ice cream. So even, yeah, we're all consumers. We're all consumers and we're all consuming. And I was thinking before, maybe it's better to get these big brands to move towards a plant-based thing, so we'll still buy stuff from them. But more I'm thinking, no, it's supply and demand, and our money is our vote, which I keep saying. So why am I paying towards these things? I've already boycotted Nestle, so surely I should be boycotting other terrible big companies like that. So yeah, don't really even buy that much processed stuff. But then we all say, oh, I don't really do that much, and when we all kind of do anyway, like. But I've made a conscious decision to reduce, at least, the very least. So, stop those impulse buys of Oreos and things like that, because I'm sure like Mandala's, they're not one of the best companies. They're all like umbrella companies, so you need to really research stuff and check where you're buying things from, basically. So like Unilever is a massive conglomerate that has all these umbrella other subsections of business, so it's best to really try and shop local and ethically. So basically, I'm going to try and continue. Well, it's a bit lethal because I live near Sainsbury's and Co-op. It's really easy to just pop in there when everywhere else is shut. But other than on an evening, like when I'm getting my fruit and veg, I always go local for those. Sometimes I'll get reduced stuff at Sainsbury's or Co-op, but really I should maybe even dumpster dive and just wait a little bit longer, and they'll be chucking it all out the back anyway. But I think in Sheffield we do have a lot of charities and things that they do donate the stuff to, so sometimes I think maybe it's better to give it to someone who's more in need, or let someone else more in need, take that. So, where was I? So yeah, so I try and shop local for like fruit and veg, and then you avoid all the plastics as well, so that is a really good way of doing that, and also I've got a garden now, so I'm going to try and grow some stuff. Check as well to see whether you have any allotments. You can share an allotment with friends. There's a lot of allotments in different areas, and it's a fun thing to do, and it's good to learn how to grow things. Like, we're forgetting how to be actual humans. We've got these amazing tools called hands, and we can do lots of these hands. So, let's get growing, picking, and doing all the things. Yeah. So, also, what else? Okay, so also there's like zero waste shops. Try and see if you have any in your area. I'm lucky, I live in Crooks, and there is one in my area called Unwrapped. And it's not fully vegan. There's a few items. So if you're vegan and you're going in there, like beware of the beeswax covered wraps, and there's some honey and things, and there's some milk chocolate and some of the things. But, you know, probably like 99% of the stuff in there is vegan, on, you know, 95% of it is vegan. So, and it's all clearly labelled as well, so that's good. So yeah, I try and go in there for most things, for like washing powder and, well, I do. I don't know, I don't even try. I do go there for most things. Washing powder, refill the hand wash. I go and take all my jars there in my little wheelie trolley, because jars are quite heavy to carry, so it's good to get a little wheelie bag, or like get a lift if you need to. So yeah, there's ways around all these things. And it's so much cheaper in there. It's so much cheaper to get all the things that I like, and I'm getting like organic raw cacao powder and can fill up a whole jar. In fact, so I use one of these little coffee jars. So to fill that up, which in the shop for a jar that size, that's normally the size jars that they come in, is well over £5, and then I think I get that for about £3 odd or something, you know. That's a super bargain, and it's all raw organic. And obviously, because they're local, then you can actually ask them for things that you want. So there's a little suggestions box in there. So it's because I suggested raw organic cacao, and then they got it in there, and then I buy it. Supply and demand. What do you know? So they've got Bio-D in there. Refill my Bio-D, which I use Bio-D for my hand wash and for washing. It's all ethical, it's all vegan, good for the planet. Really, really good. Other ways to smash capitalism. Also, I've stopped buying any clothes new unless they're from vegan companies. Normally ones that's actually for a charity, because I don't actually need any more clothes. Although I did buy a t-shirt from Ethics because it was really cool. Wasn't for a charity or anything. But yeah. So, and I'm thinking of reworking some of the clothes I've already got into vegan wear, because I think we need to be spreading messages however we can. So that's why Activism wear is really good. Check out Heartcure. Their clothes are amazing. Pardon me. They were also at that animal rights march. They sponsored it and did a really cool speech. So yeah, check out my other video for that. So yeah, other good ways of just being more ethical in general, not just smashing capitalism, is, you know, people are caring lots about plastic. Toothbrushes, they are a big concern, you know. You can get bamboo or wooden toothbrushes really easy. Check out KinderEarth for local in Sheffield. She's got some great things on there. So yeah, I'll try and remember to put a link to all these things. So yeah, toothbrushes, they're good. So ways of reducing plastic and capitalism. So yeah, with going to the zero waste as well, that's reducing plastic consumption. You know, try not to get plastic bags, take your own. I've saved all mine, I've got enough to last me a lifetime. And also, I have nice canvas tote bags, you know. There's lots of ways, guys. So it's just about taking all these little baby steps. And, like, I've put on a lot of weight recently. I think it's just from eating out so much, and I don't know, yeah. Going to the shop and buying loads of munch, that's not good. So at least while I'm telling myself no more capitalism, Aisha, then that's stopping me buying all processed junk food, which I do not need in my life. So I'm moving towards a more whole food, plant-based diet, which is a lot cheaper. Like, people only think veganism's expensive because they're buying, you know, all this processed food, which is just makes you feel crap anyway, and you feel hungry because you've not got the nutrients that you need. I much prefer fresh, tasty, delicious food anyway, you know? Or like doing some baking is always fun. So yeah. The main reason actually why I did this video was what I wanted to talk about was my confusion with people following you on Instagram or whatever, when, like, for me, I clearly put vegan stuff on there all the time. It's obvious I'm vegan, it's obvious I care about the animals. And then I get people following me that are really meat-based, like companies that are selling dead animals, and they've got pictures of carcasses, and like the last one was like hog and roast or something, and one of the pictures is the guy just cutting in like it's nothing into this whole dead pig, cutting out the back of this dead pig, head still attached and everything, and it looked that weird brown colour of, like, you know, when you see the dogs at the Yulin meat festival, dog meat festival, and it was that weird orangey tan colour. The dogs are, like, this pig was that colour too, and it was really disturbing to me seeing this whole dead pig, and I just get offended being followed by, you know, it's good if I'm influencing them, but I don't want to see this. And, you know, I did a post on Facebook about it, and it got me thinking, like, it's so messed up that it's censored for people to show images of animal cruelty, to show where people's meat comes from, but it's not censored for us to see. We have to see dead animals everywhere. We have to see dead bodies everywhere. When we go to the shop, when we see advertisements on billboards, on TV, you know, when you go to a restaurant, like most places that we go, we see dead bodies. We see death everywhere. And not just death, because death is a natural thing that happens in life. This is murder that we're seeing. This is torture, abuse, and murder that we are seeing in front of our face every single day, and it's not censored. And we wonder why everyone's depressed, angry, and confused. You know, not just that we're seeing all these things and we're normalised to them, actually, people are eating these dead beings, these murdered beings, these suffering poor beings that were innocent, living, breathing beings just like us. They love, they feel, they play, they want to live, and we take that from them. Then we advertise them with slogans like finger licking good, and it starts with appetite. It's just really messed up. It's really messed up. And why is it censored, us trying to say where this food comes from, but it's not censored to see the rows and rows and rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of dead carcasses everywhere? It's okay for people to cook these dead carcasses where we can smell them and see them, and okay for people to eat them, and that's not seen as offensive. But us saying eat plants is seen as offensive. Us saying that is a dead living being is seen as offensive. But actually eating those dead beings isn't offensive. I do not understand. I don't understand this world. It's so backwards. It's so backwards. Yeah, anyway, so rant over. So yeah, basically, Animal Rights March, totally awesome. Veganism, totally awesome. It's happening, it's happening. Also another thing there, and yeah, smashing capitalism, awesome. So another thing about that, at the Animal Rights March, the only coverage we got on the news, even though there was 10,000 vegans there, 10,000 vegans marching through London, and the only coverage we got was about this poor local restaurant that is McDonald's being guarded by 7 or 8 policemen because of the vegans were there. All we did was say, boo, shame on you, and rightly so, shame on them. Is it really necessary? Like, what are the police actually there for? The police, because they come to vigils and things, they're not protecting us, they're protecting land and property. They protect the land and property of the 1%, of the elite, the land and property of them. That's all they care about. They don't care about me, they don't care about you, they don't care about community, society. All they care about is protecting profit, protecting the rich people's profit. Other than that, they don't give a fuck, and we can see that quite clearly. Even if they don't realise that's their job and what they're doing, yeah, that's what they're doing. Like in America, police started as the slave catchers, basically, and to protect the rich's property and bring back their slaves. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure in England as well, yeah, it was to protect the rich people's property is how it started. So yeah, it's still that basically. Do we really need them? Do we really need politicians? Do we really need all these stupid laws that are telling us all to be murdering savages? I wonder. Something to think about. Something to think about. Check out the Venus Project, guys. That dude had it all figured out. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to all the animals as well, because there's loads of them. Sorry, it's gone on a bit of a downer. But yeah. Lots of things to be positive about, though. Things are changing. We are making a difference every single day. You have the power. I have the power. Every individual has the power to make a great change in the world. And if you think you don't, just imagine if all the great revolutionaries, anyone who's ever done anything amazing in their life, thought, well, I can't make a difference. Well, the world wouldn't be anywhere. Every single person can make a difference. Every conversation can make a difference. Every little smile can make a difference. Every hug can make a difference. Every little thing, every thought you have, everything you do can make a difference. So start creating and cultivating positivity and amazingness in your life. You can do it. All we have to do is just focus on what we want and actions towards making it happen. Break everything down into easy, manageable steps. And you can do it. Yeah, just try it and see, positive affirmations, positive thinking, and attitudes, and yeah, positive actions. That's all you need. We can do it, we can do it, we can get it done. We can have some fun and love everyone. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah. So, yeah, be vegan. Peace. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and share. And if you have any ideas of stuff you want me to talk about or whatever, just let me know. Sorry I've not done that many videos recently. I will get back on it. I'm just recovering a bit, to be honest, and thinking of new innovative things, and also doing much more activism now. So yeah. Anyway, so also check out my Instagram, because I'm always on there every day posting stuff. So AltSeeingEye. It's in my bio. There's a link to it. So yeah, check it out. There's also a link to loads of other vegan stuff on there. So if you have any interest in becoming vegan, just check that out. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful, marvellous, beautiful day, people. Peace. Love you.